It wasn't too long ago that robots in the operating room were viewed as a novelty, but now these high-tech tools are being used for all sorts of surgeries. One of the latest is neurosurgery.
Yeah, Week News health and medical reporter Amy Osher has the story of a woman who was saved from permanent disability following a stroke thanks to a robot assist.
I could not control anything.
After suffering a series of strokes years ago, Sherry Sizemore recognized the signs.
It got worse and worse, and then my legs started flopping over and I couldn't hold it up. I said, we need to go to the hospital.
This time was problematic. Sherry was on blood thinners for her heart, which worsened the bleeding in her brain and made surgery to stop it a challenge.
They were scared death was going to, I was going to bleed out.
Typically what we would do is just tell them to stop the Coumadin, to stop the bleeding, but they couldn't because she would lose her heart valve. But at the same time, she was deteriorating rapidly, going paralyzed.
When neurosurgeon Michael Fromke saw what they were up against, he called on Lee Health's new Neuro robot. It operates using a single arm through a small poke hole.
It has to be the most ultra minimally invasive approach. We cannot stir up any bleeding. That's the highest risk here.
Time is critical during a stroke. The longer it persists, the worse the damage. A leading cause of death, it's also the top cause of permanent disability. Any chance of salvaging her situation involved the robot. Guided by advanced imaging, they drilled into Sherry's skull and stemmed the bleeding.
We removed the blood clot through a 2.3 millimeter hole, and all of her stroke symptoms resolved.
The instant Sherry woke up, she felt the difference.
My shoulder, which I hadn't felt for days, was itching. And I reached up and started scratching. I went, wait a minute, I can feel my arm?
It's the kind of surgery the robot is cut out for, treating a large problem with a tiny solution. Amy Osher, Wink News.
And because this is a minimally invasive procedure, it is much quicker. The doctor told Amy that he can do a surgery that used to take him 2 to 3 hours in less than 10 minutes.